पब्लिक किंग है, पब्लिक डिसाइड करती है कि क्या चलता है क्या नहीं चलता है, और पब्लिक देख कर ही डिसाइड कर लेती है, हम जैसे पब्लिक, कि क्या है ये राज, नॉट जस्ट ऑफ स्टाइल स्वैग। मुझे याद है जब मैंने बॉडी बिल्डिंग या वर्कआउट शुरू किए थे 20-22 साल पहले, तब भी इनके 18 इंच के डोले होते थे। आज इनकी वैस्कुलैरिटी बढ़ गई है, आज हमने इनको एक शावर सीक्वेंस में भी देख लिया है, मेरी आंखों ने सब देख लिया है। सुनील शेट्टी, अल्लाह, थैंक यू सो मच फॉर जॉइनिंग मी।
So sweet.
But it's true. First of all, I have to say this is the best shape that you've ever been in your life.
Yeah, absolutely. I think even I realized that, and I'm glad it's happened so late in my life also, because you know that the myth about
Impossible. 60 ke baad thoda.
or age is the saying age is a number is truly is true when it comes to me. Not only because of anything else, but because of the fact that I am faster. I'm feeling as energetic as I did then, you know. I'm wiser, so it just works better, you know. It just works better, and I don't know what 60 is. What I probably...
Anna, I have known you for 20 years almost. आप ऐसे ही काम करते थे पहले भी, ऐसा नहीं है कि जब आप always एक एक्टर थे, एक प्रोड्यूसर थे, एक बिजनेसमैन थे, चीजें करते रहते थे. Do you think that's also the secret as to why you've always been so alive in your head? Because you do so much.
Yes, true. Very, very true. I don't let that idle mind take over.
Yeah.
You know, I don't let failure disturb me, distract me, or push me back in a corner. That is also because I don't belong to the virtual world. I belong to the real world.
Yes.
You know, I'm an outdoor guy. I belong to the fields. I belong to the mountains. You know, and the minute you do that, I think you are a different breed. You know, by itself. And somewhere down the line, the understanding of food, you know, wanting to, because you are a South Indian boy, you want to eat everything, you want to enjoy everything, but you also want to make sure that you stay clean and fit. And that has got me to understand my food bit also a hell of a lot.
That's the only thing you need to understand. But before I go into in-depth discussions, like I said, वो shower sequence भी, what does your wife say now? Have you put too much pressure on her also?
No.
ऐसे दिख के?
No, but she's gorgeous.
Of course she is.
She herself looks like a little girl, probably Tia's older sister.
Yeah.
So I think we give that pressure onto each other, and then, you know, quietly, whether it's my diet or whether it's my training, she'll come discuss everything to me, and she's far more disciplined than I am.
Wow.
You know, I might skip a day here or there, but she will never skip a day. She will never skip her timing of her food wherever she is. You know, I always call it a beauty nap, but she takes that 30 minutes in the afternoon. Even though she's sitting, she sit quietly in one corner and take a nap and come out. So she takes her beauty nap and everything. She's far more disciplined than I am.
This family is setting goals next level. Because there's Rahul also now. वो भी fitness goal अलग है भाई.
Yeah, true.
But you know, when we come into this zone, क्या दौर आया आपका? लोग बोलते हैं जब एस्ट्रोलॉजी का दौर चेक करते हैं, कौन से सितारे बैठ गए हैं. जिधर भी देखो, hoarding, bus stop के ऊपर. It's all. I don't think I've ever seen as many hoardings of you now in 20 years.
Yeah.
Is this like the busiest and multi? एक शो आ रहा है, एक्शन शो है, this amazing hunter, this show, then there's a dance show. I mean, there's so much going on.
Yeah, I think, you know, God's been kind, and I believe there is a superpower. I honestly believe that somebody is taking care of you. They always said your Kul Devis took care of us, which I always believed in. You know, and there's my father. You know, probably the best moments of my life have been with him. 4 years that he was unwell, I was with him as much as I could, and he used to hold this hand of mine. His right hand worked. He couldn't speak, and he used to hold my hand like that. And when he left it, there was always the impression of his nails on my hand, and that's when he used to let go. And the minute his eyes opened, he'd say, "Sunil, Sunil, Sunil, Sunil." That's when I lost it, and I completely quit work, believing that I didn't want to work. I would want him to live forever, but of course, that is also, like I said earlier, being very, very selfish, because he couldn't do anything. He was an active man. And the night he died, you won't believe, in the morning at around 8:39, I got a message, ki, Anna, will you do this show? It's a brilliant show, you know, and it was India's Asli Champion. And I remember Sugandha calling me and messaging me and telling me, ki, will you do it? And his body was very much there. And I said, you know, this is a clear message that nobody approached you for so long. And if somebody did, you weren't interested. Because of the kind of work that came to you was also trash. And I didn't want to take trash. Yeah. You know, I'm someone who's always been on my own, done my own thing. I said, this is a message from him. And I took that up. Beautiful show. And then came the pandemic, you know, and we lost 3 years. 2.5 years. But after that, I haven't looked back. That's where I regained the confidence in myself. I understood my body even more. I understood the science of food and what food technology means. And, you know, young startups, online people coming in, they teaching you so much. So I think he's watching and he's giving back.
Family is always the biggest thing for Anna. You know, because he's actually been like an older brother for so many people in the whole industry. And I remember when we used to see him, always giving the right advice. And I remember one of the first times I met him, I discovered coconut water. Anna loves coconut water. I used to always wonder, what is this with this coconut water? And those little things, you know, because there's nothing back that I could give him. And that's why I think that there's a reason why he's called Anna in this whole industry. Anyway, coming back to this world, you know, that we are in. I love when you read reviews. BGM, लोगों को जो पसंद आया. Anna Desi John Wick, loving it. मेरे को Sin City की याद आ गई. You know, there's one thing to try and say कि मुझे अपने पुराने जो बचपन के thoughts हैं वैसे type मुझे लगाना है. Sin City was my favorite films of all time. Next level. Sepia tone अगर देखना है, it's not KGF. I first watched Sin City. So in that there's to be this kind of music, you know, this kind of action sequences. It's beautifully done. And there's another character. So, you know, a lot of films these days have the background score as a separate character.
Yeah.
यहाँ मुझे बड़े दिनों बाद एक और ऐसा दिखा. It's not about what song is playing. It's another character in there.
Yeah, absolutely.
This, to me, was this discussed with you when they were narrating the script with you, that this is how we plan to do this?
No, but when I realized that it was Saregama, I realized that, you know,
music hai.
Bap of all companies, I always say Saregama. The music that they have is unbelievable. So that's when we decided that we need to use that. But how do we use it?
Correct.
That's when Sahil and Prince came up and said, you know, and the entire team, the music team came up and said, you know what, we need to recreate it. Trust us, we'll recreate it. And they recreated it like another character.
But आपका character भी वैसा, the grunge look worked for you.
Yes.
And the timing worked. Like, I have not seen this kind of utilization in a while.
Yeah. True, very true. And that's because they were passionate about what they were doing. They weren't looking at it as कि Suniel Shetty यार इसके लिए हमें इतना ही budget है, हमको इतना ही करना है. We want to make a good product. And when somebody decides कि content हमको अच्छा बनाना है, तो मतलब बना सकते हैं.
Correct.
और वो भी in a budget. It may be way beyond the budget that Suniel Shetty can carry, but there was a budget to it, and I think they did a fantastic
First of all,
job.
ये बोलना बंद करो what I can carry, because लोग बहुत पसंद करते हैं अन्ना. It's when you take a gap, it's different. But today, online world is being reintroduced.
Yeah, that's true. But you know, still, math is very important.
I know. You're a producer.
We're going wrong because of the math.
Yes.
And the math doesn't allow X, Y, Z things to happen.
Correct.
You know, which is why we've seen we're trying to make projects.
Yes.
We're not making films. We're not creating content. I am trying to make film for tourism Thailand or tourism Mauritius, because what I'm interested is in the subsidies, not in my content.
Correct.
So मैं भूल रहा हूँ कि मैं 20 करोड़ फिल्म में डाल रहा हूँ. मुझे एक्साइटमेंट इस बात की है कि
पैसा वापस कितना
4 करोड़ वापस आ गया. ये भूल रहे हो कि 16 करोड़ भी जा रहा है जो मेरा ही है.
Correct.
यानी प्रोड्यूसर का है. So I think these things need to change a wee little bit. Otherwise, we are always on track.
I think OTT gives that advantage to be able to do this. I like the play that they've done, you know. They use the person also very well. I love the fact that bikes are part of your world. Rahul Dev is brilliantly pitted. So it would have looked off if he wasn't like you also. He's very similar. I like the whole color scheme of the show. It's very difficult to get it all right. वैसे in everybody's mind there's a gangster.
Yeah.
जब से हमने कंपनी देखी है या सत्या देखी है वैसे टाइप का हमें लगता है बना. How difficult is it to actually make things like that? You have to walk slower, the movements are slower, dialogue delivery is a little different. कहने के लिए easy रहता है, but it should not look forced.
And hold. You have to hold and you have to carry it with that swag.
Yeah.
But I knew the turmoil that this character went to. See, that's the beauty of the Saregama team.
Yeah.
You know, and here, Siddharth, Sahil,
Yeah.
Prince, I can name all of them
Yeah.
who were totally invested in this script. You know, Siddharth was very clear, nahi Anna, you know, we don't need this because this doesn't work. What we guys are doing in this time. So it was all designed and it was not easy for me, but to adapt into such a strong team that is so involved was a very exciting world for me. आज मैं अगर कोई भी कुछ भी कर रहा होगा तो I always say सारेगामा से बात कर लो ना. Maybe we can do it together.
Oh, nice.
Not because I need the Saregama finance,
Yeah.
but I need that Saregama knowledge. I need that team. I need that commitment to want to do something.
And this is very unlike what you think they'd make.
Yeah, absolutely.
मतलब ये मेरे को बिल्कुल नहीं सारे how.
Yeah.
But
true.
Siddharth is very smart. I know, yes, because I've known him for a very long time.
No, because I shot with them. They were all underwater with me when they were shooting. Siddharth was underwater shooting.
Yeah.
You know, and there was Sahil sitting, and there were the other guys sitting, understanding. So when you know that your producer or your team is there, invested with you all the way,
Yeah.
why would I give less?
Correct.
You know, so I was not bothered about the time that was being taken or the amount of days that were going to go into it. I knew that if Suniel Shetty ever came back,
Yeah.
this was their one chance.
Yeah, so
you know,
when you've seen the first sequence,
Yeah.
were you taken back in time and saying, यार ये अच्छा है?
Yeah, definitely. लेकिन डर भी था क्योंकि 30 साल बीत चुके हैं. You know, it's 32 years to want to do the same kind of action. 32 years where I say no duplicate. 32 years where I say I need to fight like a man. You know, I lack speed, but I lack agility. My muscles, I've slowed down.
Yeah.
But because I'm smarter, can I act that part of it? So every time I hit someone, I looked at him like, will you get up? You know? So
Yeah.
that swag had to go. Or if somebody hit me, I wouldn't show pain on my face, but I'd say, really? You hit me?
Yeah.
You know? I'm someone who's the so-called destroyer.
Yeah.
So that worked, and that came into me, whether it was in my walk, whether it's any... And then everything around you works. You know, there's the genius of a cameraman, Jackie. He made action so easy for me because he knew when to come in. He knew what to take off me, you know.
Was it choreographed a lot?
Yes, they choreographed it before I also got on the set. So they used to choreograph the whole thing on a mobile, come and show it to me, and then we used to sit down together. The beauty of the team is that they call in a stunt team to do stunts, you know, for the action. And then they see the stunt team, they see the work, and they say, who's done this? So he says, oh, we've choreographed it. So he says, other than the stunts? He says, no, we've choreographed the sequence. Then can't you sit with us and do it? And then they bring it to me and say, sir, look at this. They've choreographed it. I said, let them do our action. He's saying, exactly, we wanted you to say yes. I said, am I a fool to say no? We'd go in. And then from a 9 to 6 you shoot and you come out with sequences like this in a day, which under normal circumstances, any action director would take 4 to 5 days and probably got me to break my bones and everything else with it. So it is when a team works, and that's what pre-prod is all about.
Yeah.
They say Hollywood में कैसी पिक्चरें बनती है यार, इतने time pre-production का जो time जो इसमें वो time बिताते थे, that was the beauty.
I think that we're reaching that stage where there's a lot of effort being taken. So I love Tom Cruise. I love the effort that he puts in his films and he puts his body through it. I think now Keanu Reeves does the same. He puts his body through it. I think our Indian stars have started doing that a lot now.
Yes.
People ask that question. जैसे आपने बोला कि there's no body double, there's no this.
No, nothing. Yeah.
And they want to see realistic swag also if they like it. Do you think we're entering a new phase where it's going to be a completely different mindset for every actor also now?
Yes.
मतलब कि अब जो पिछले जो भी हमने सोचा समझा सब भूल जाओ.
देखिए वो हो ही रहा था और वर्ल्ड ओवर हो रहा था और हम भी चाहते थे कि हम करें, लेकिन द बॉक्स ऑफिस हैज सेड कि ये करो, वरना कोई ऑप्शन नहीं है. सो नाउ वी आर फोर्स्ड टू गेट इनटू दैट पार्ट ऑफ इट कि नो, इन्वॉल्व योरसेल्फ कंप्लीटली. दो कुछ ऐसा अलग कि ऑडियंस को भी लगे कि नहीं यार, इट वाज वर्थ इट, यू नो, एंड एफर्ट्स डाला हुआ है, क्योंकि एफर्ट दिखता ही है. कहीं भी आप एफर्ट डालो तो आप दिखता ही है.
बट डिसअपॉइंटमेंट अगर होती है, अगर अभी पब्लिक ये भी है, आई वाज वाचिंग रिव्यू, सम आर पोलराइजिंग आल्सो. 10 out of 10 अन्ना बैक, BGM love it. यार बिल्कुल थकेला है, नहीं पसंद आया. Does it hurt sometimes when you read stuff like that also now, or have you got immune to it?
No, I've got absolutely immune to it. You know, absolute immune to it. And you know this, there's this X percentage of people who probably and probably are looking at life only, you know, negatively. So that's when you feel bad. You know, you feel this is the virtual world.
Yes.
So let it be virtual only. Let me get back to the real world. And for me, you saying. Whether it's swag or you observing the action that is being done or the intensity, the character is far, far more satisfying than 1,000 likes on social media that say brilliant, you know, and that fire emoji or this emoji, it doesn't matter. When somebody gives you a little detail and also tells you, you've gone wrong here, you know, don't you think? Then you start picking up, it's true, yeah, what he says makes sense.
No, I think you've gone wrong very little in this. But will you want to continue this zone? या फिर जब आप ये करोगे, I mean, when I see something like this, great portrait, looks fantastic. Halchal type characters, you know, not, you know, like you want to do something like that again on OTT also? Or you're comfortable in this?
No. See, that's why I first did Dharavi. You know, where it was more eyes and body. There was no action, zero. It was his power. Can Thalaiva come there, stand and bring that fear? That once that worked, that was far slower than this. There was zero swag at all. It was just terror. Whereas here there was a lot of swag, there was a lot of action, and there was a lot of circular movements, larger movements because it looks good on screen. You know, I'm very aware of all that because the guys I always followed were people who moved a lot when they fought or whenever they did action, thereby giving scope for the hair to move, the body, the clothes to move, you know. So for me it was more Chuck Norris than it was probably Bruce Lee and just hit and come back, you know, or it was Stallone who would complete his action with the reaction, so that face came in. So I am old school, so I stick to that. You know, and so that, but other than that, I'm doing a lot of interesting stuff. I finished something that is insane, which is a father-son story, you know, and emotion, again, very powerful on emotions, and I'm looking forward to that. Super excited about it, as a matter of fact.
This is 23 and he's 60 plus. This is a new world. You know, this is the exciting part, and that's why when people start saying, you know, like 40 and 50, and I got bored of them talking like that. यार थोड़ा आंखें खोल के थोड़ा देखो आजू बाजू में क्या चल रहा है. But Anna, we have to end this with perhaps sometimes the most, when an actor is semi-naked on screen. डर लगता है. Am I looking good enough?
डर लगता है.
That 1 week before not eating, maybe working out. I haven't seen you like this in this avatar. Was this discussed a lot?
Yeah, it was.
And I saw the back flex also.
Yeah.
आपका पूरा बैक भी फ्लेक्स हुआ. I loved it.
So, you know, and that was a stage when I was going absolute lean, and they were keen. Man, they didn't give me time to prepare.
अच्छा.
No time to prepare. They said, sir, ये scene है और हम कर रहे हैं और shower लेना है. So I said, अच्छा. I said, yeah, give it a shot. And that leanness probably, you know, worked. And because I was training at that time, I'm consistent. I'm not someone who feels that I need a body shot. So, you know what, let me just go for it. And probably I'll take extra care. But I'm at a stage now where I need to prepare myself every single day because I don't have that muscle memory. I don't have the quality of muscle. So just cautious.
You were happy and so was I. We looked at Suniel Shetty and said, fantastic. That's where we want to be. That's like the dream, but it'll be working great. 23 is going to be a big year for Anna, and I'm so happy to see you back in action, sir.
Thank you so much.
And thanks for giving all of us big time goals. This is how it comes back. And like we said, if you like your John Wick style, you like your Sin City style, you like stylized action with this great music that comes in between, you know, and it's like I said, it's another character. This is for you. Hunter is for you. See you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.